So school is about to start or has already started, depending on where you see this. And these are a few things that I wish I knew before attending university or college, whatever term you prefer. So number one, your degrees don't matter as much as your connections. And I'm not saying that you can just get any kind of degree. And if you have the right friends or connections, you can get your dream job. That has nothing to do with your degree. Obviously, that's not what I'm saying. But there's a lot of people who graduate with a specific degree, and 10 years down the line, they're doing something completely different that has nothing to do with what they majored in when they were in university. So the most important thing is connections, networking, connections, the people you know. Most people have the job that they have because they knew somebody already. So connections are more important than degrees, or maybe I shouldn't say more important. You know what? Yes, I'm gonna say that. Connections are way more important than the degree. You still have to go for a good degree, but at the end of the day, some of the best jobs or like opportunities that you are gonna receive are gonna be dependent on who you know. Number two, make sure you use all the free resources that your university has. So I didn't know this, but universities can even offer free medical services to their students, like dental cleaning and things like that. And I only found out about this after I had already graduated from my university. And when I was in university, I didn't have the best communication with my parents, and I could have been under the insurance, but I wasn't, and I was too scared to ask. And I missed out. I didn't have any cleanings back then, like any medical checkups or anything like that, which is important, by the way, because I'm pretty sure like the stress can get you sick. So make sure you ask your university, ask the right people. If you know anybody in like the medical field, the medical department, just check with them. And I'm only focusing on the medical aspect of things because that's what I missed out on. Obviously, you have other things. There are other financial resources, financial assistance. I know students struggle a lot. Well, the only free things that people mention usually is the library, like counselors and things like that. But there's so many other free things, that like free resources that university offers students. So go ahead and like ask as many questions and check with as many people as you can. You never know what you might find. Number three, find any mentor if you can. Well, not any, but find a good mentor. And this is somebody in your age group that you can look up to, somebody who has already accomplished a lot of the things that you want to accomplish, somebody who's not your parents, somebody who's not your best friend, just somebody who can be honest with you on a lot of levels, somebody who wants to see you succeed, somebody who's not jealous, or somebody who doesn't have any ulterior motives when they advise you or something like that, somebody who doesn't get paid by the school to counsel you, and somebody who doesn't have to be there because they're your siblings or your parents. So just, if you can find a mentor. When I was in uni, I wish I had one. Looking back, I like, a mentor would have really helped me, because after, like, I needed advice, I needed someone to be there for me, and I had so many questions that I couldn't just ask any random person. So if you can find a mentor that you can trust, it will go a long way, I promise. Four, beware of bad habits, because sometimes they might become addictions. Be careful of the little things that you consider just, fun habits, like just drinking or binge eating or smoking a lot when you're stressed out, or just consuming any kind of drugs, because those things easily become habits that stick. And at the time, it seems fun. You don't really think much of it because you're young, you're having fun, and you don't really think of the future. Like when you're in uni, for students who take school seriously, you are very focused on getting that degree. Like, you just want to pass your classes, you just want to graduate. But there are all these little aspects of life that we usually ignore when we're university, and those little bad habits that we just take for granted can sometimes becomes big. And I don't necessarily think that happens to, I mean, to be honest, I don't know what the numbers look like, but just be careful of the little habits that you might just, take for fun. Hookup culture is also one of them. Just, I don't know, using other people for some type of pleasure when you are going through something, taking folks for granted. So just be careful of little guilty pleasures, little bad habits that you take for granted. Sometimes it becomes a part of your routine, and you can't change it when you get older, because old habits are hard to break. Number five, avoid FOMO, because a lot of things in university or college, feels like it's the last time. Like even your surroundings sometimes, especially around graduation, it's always as if this is gonna be our last time. Like this is gonna be the last chance that we have to do this, to do that, and that's a whole flipping lie. It's like when you talk to people in your 30s who have really took care of themselves and did what they were supposed to do in your 20s, they would tell you that your 30s is like your best years. Even some people who haven't done what they were supposed to do, they're looking forward to getting older. And I'm saying this to say that there is not one specific age that is the best year of your life. I've even heard some people say high school is the best years of your life, which now that I'm way past high school, it is the silliest thing I've ever heard. Now that I'm past college, it is also the goofiest thing I've ever heard. Like, those are not the best years of your life. And sometimes we do things because we're fear, like, we do things because we're afraid to miss out, and you might just impact your future in a way that you can never go back. And if you look back at it at an older age, you would realize that a lot of things that you did back then, you could have also done it today if you weren't taking so many things for granted, back when you were young. So be careful of FOMO. Life doesn't end at university or after university. I promise you, life continues. So there's no need to live life like it was the final stage, because it's really not. Yes, I know we're gonna end up finding jobs. Some of us are gonna end up working full-time jobs, even two jobs, two full-time jobs, and things of that nature. But things fluctuate. Sometimes things are mellow, sometimes things are agitated, good, bad. It's just life. So be very careful of FOMO and this idea that when things end, when you're in college and after, like, life is gonna end after college, because that's not the case. Life doesn't just end like that. It keeps going. You just have new experiences and new things to look forward to. And it just, is what it is. Be very careful of FOMO. Life after university still continues.